Hello, my lovely Virgos. This is your reading for the week of June 1st. And of course, it won't be for every Virgo. Virgo, the first thing that I heard as I was working with your energy was love. Capital Love came right into my third eye. And I'm going, well, is this a love reading? But no, it's about love. Well, it might be a love reading for you because this is about how you see love. And what I'm hearing is that some of you have preferred the fantasy of love over the actual experience of it. And then this came in, which is, it's the kind of thing where you might be watching a romantic movie and it's this tension, this buildup of, oh, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? And there's that anticipation of the first kiss. And then the kiss happens and you're going, but that's all? Like, it was so much more interesting when there was that anticipation of it. And that's what it feels like sometimes sometimes you have wanted to not let the reality of a situation intrude on your fantasy of what it could be, of what it might potentially be. But what's happened then because of that is sometimes you don't really fully engage in the situation in a way where you really get to understand whether or not this is the right thing for you, whether or not this is something that's going to genuinely make you happy. It's almost as though you haven't trusted that a possible good outcome could happen. Now, I did not know I was going to say that. As I'm focusing on that statement, it's quite, I'm getting all sorts of disturbance in my solar plexus and heart chakra. So let me check in with that. There has been a part of you that has felt somehow, I'm getting a real sense of some kind of childhood situation, surprise, where there was confusion around what love should be, what romance should be. And I'm getting it as a sense of you watching other people more so than it's something that happened to you specifically. But there's that sense of you not really having been raised with any kind of understanding about emotional maturity, but it's more than emotional maturity. It's not having been raised with an image of what a real life love could look like. That for you, your experience of looking at love around you may not have carried any of that delightful quality of fantasy. And it might just simply be that you had two parents who loved each other dramatically, like wonderfully, but kept it all quiet. On the surface, it was all just a peck on the cheek or not even that. But behind closed doors, they were just like absolutely, totally enthralled with each other, but you never got to see it. So it feels to me as though, Virgo, that many of you are now at a point where you're kind of giving up on the idea of whether or not you could actually have a love. But what they're saying is, don't give up on it. Because the reality is that was a child view. That the image that you had, that quality of, it's literally like I'm seeing you in a theater watching this movie, just like that anticipation, the magic of it. It's so surface, it's so veneer. And what you have is the capacity to see something completely different than what you witnessed previously in your life, with your family, with your friends, whatever. It goes so far beyond the depth of it, and the true magic of it goes so far beyond anything you could ever have imagined. And now it's time for you to really let yourself be really calm. Look at where it is you would like to go. What would you like? Can you take it beyond that first kiss? Can you take it to the magic of true connection and communion with another soul? And what they're saying is, if you're feeling like it's time to give up, stop. Assess what it is. Look at some of the restrictions that may have held you back. take a calm focus and allow yourself to check in with any time you're stopping yourself from believing it's possible, for believing that love and romance could be more than anything you've ever imagined, and that it can lead to true connection, deep connection. Part of the way that happens is by you giving up your old views and your old beliefs, but sometimes, Virgo, you don't know what those are until you stop and really question. You can lock that stuff away. So you're being asked, if this is something that you would like, stop and look at where you're getting stuck. And then every time you find yourself going, no, it's not possible, check in. Why are you doing that? That's going to lead you back to whatever is holding you in the old pattern of can't. Now you're moving towards can. Okay? I'm leaving you with that, my very dear Virgos. Much love. Take care.